It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Minnesota Twins. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show, and it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Minnesota Twins.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, I think they have to understand where they're playing. This is a great pitcher's ballpark, so you're not going to go out there trying to hit the light towers with everything you swing at. Make solid contact, move the line, and play a little bit more small ball.
Kyle Gibson gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, real effective outing for him in his last start. Got the win and did not give up any run. He'll try and do that again here.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Matty, Trevor Plouffe has really come into his own. He's a guy that can play both in the infield and the outfield, but really he thrives at the hot corner. He's got quick reactions, soft hands, just really makes it look easier.
Austin Jackson heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. The first pitch of the night is looked at for ball 1 as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose.
First pitch, 7:05.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. 77 degrees our temperature at game time tonight. Gibson's ready. 2-0 on its way. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this will miss as well. So he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. Liner towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first down.
Oh, well, that's great contact right there to start this ball game. Well, you won't get anything to show for it, but at least you go back to that dugout thinking, yeah, I am all over this guy.
Angel Pagan will step in now as the designated hitter here in the World Series.
Yeah, and thanks to the American League's win in the All-Star game, we're going to have a DH in games 1, 2, 6, and 7. So maybe a chance for a little more offense than they're normally accustomed to.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
Slapped hard the opposite way. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
A couple of hard-hit balls here to start the inning. The first one found a glove, but not this one, though. He's on with a one-out single.
Buster Posey will stand in now for the first time here in this World Series, and he's a guy this club really needs to get going.
Yeah, it's been a tough October for him so far. He just seemed a little overmatched in the games that we've watched. It looks like he's just trying too hard, and sometimes that just puts more pressure on him.
Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back. And a high strike there, 0-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all. Now the 0-1. Bumgarner runs. A pitch out. The throw. And that'll be in plenty of time and a perfect call on the pitch out there. The best way a pitcher can slow down the running game is vary his moves. Hold the ball, throw to first, show your best move to first, or slide step. The guy tried to steal on a slide step right there. The chances are you're going to be out, and they nabbed him. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Giants are down quietly. And now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game? Well, you get multiple runners on base, so you don't have to have the long ball in order to hang a crooked number on them. You need to avoid the double plays when they do get guys on. Madison Bumgarner is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matty, in his last outing, he didn't finish what he started, but he did throw a strong 8 innings, got his ball club to win.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the Giants lineup defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, Brandon Crawford continues to get better and better each year. Won the Gold Glove at shortstop in 2015. Really just continuing his improvement from his days at UCLA. And also, he's got some of the best hair in all the game.
Leading off for the Twins,
Alley will stand in for the first time here in this World Series. And you see the numbers. He's been as hot as anybody around.
maybe the hottest hitter on the ball club through the first few rounds. If he can keep it going here in the World Series, I think they're going to have a good shot at going all the way.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High and deep to right center field. Back goes Pence. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. His first homer here in the series as the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
My guess is that Posey wanted this pitch to be down a bit more, but instead you can see where it winds up, and that is not a location you're going to get away with all too often.
Standing in now, Danny Santana. Yes, he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. That home run a moment ago, estimated at 408 feet. No outs, nobody on. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Skied into straightaway right. Pence has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Batting third.
It's worth noting that he's leaving the ball up here to these first few hitters. It's already bitten him once. And he's lucky it didn't bite him here.
Jason Worth digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Into the windup and the pitch. And this is up and in, ball 1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning. And now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. On to first, and Worth is set down. There are 2 away.
Batting fourth, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Brian Dozier gets his first opportunity now, trying to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Check to swing there and pops this one up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Leading off the inning, Hunter Pence, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
Gibson looks in. 0-1 on its way. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game, and you want to work the count a little, but those were two pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
And this is cut on and missed by Pence as he's set down on strikes for the first down.
All right, guys, we're going to check this sequence out again on show track, but I can guarantee you he doesn't want to see it again. He's got this thing all backwards up there. He looks at the first two pitches. Those are pitches he probably should have swung at. Then he swings at the one pitch that's out of the strike zone.
Here's Casey McGee. Hard hit ball to second, and that is through into center field for a one-out single.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's Joe Panic, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one.
And I think that's just something you have to understand with an umpire like this. If it's at the knees, it's a strike. I mean, he'll be consistent with that call all night, so you just need to adjust up there.
Runner at first here, one man out. Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Arcia. 2 down. And with 2 away here in game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these two teams took to get where they are tonight. Juan Rodriguez set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Here comes the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
A runner on first with 2 away. And this one's in the dirt. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Twins 1 and the Giants nothing. Joe Mauer strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Joe Mauer.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. 0-2 now as Mauer can't come up with anything on that swing.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Well, now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Into to the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. And here's a swing and a miss by Mauer as he's down on strikes for the first out.
Oh, just an excellent sequence on the mound that time, and we're going to run you right back through it right here on Showtime. Now you're going to notice as the dots come up, the trend, pretty evident. Everything's going to be down around the knees or lower. Now the more you can stay out of any guy's wheelhouse, the better off you're going to be, and it worked perfectly right here.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
Hot shot towards the hole, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. As he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And he falls behind 0-2. A shot down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
2 out, nobody on. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Rodriguez has got it, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. 1 Rodriguez leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
Gibson steps into his windup. First pitch on its way. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed there.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. And he lays off there. Ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Well, when you're holding on to a 1-run lead, you don't want to start walking guys. Especially not the leadoff hitter. He'll kick himself over that one, but he's going to have to put it behind him quick.
Brandon Crawford gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Nobody out, runner on first. Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Nice. That's a pretty swing here. I mean, you can see he shoots this one just inside the chop. Maybe he's a little unlucky just to get a single out of it instead of 2 bases.
Here's Nori Aoki as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Worth has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he is in there.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only 1 away.
So striding in, Austin Jackson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. A slider that time that runs away. It's 3-1 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's 2 walks now here in this third inning. I mean, it seems like he's having a hard time picking up the catcher.
Angel Pagan leans in to do some early damage with the bases loaded. Both the tying and go-ahead runs stand aboard.
Yeah, and a ball deep in the gap right here could bring them all home. So it will be interesting to see if the defense plays just a little bit deeper just to prevent that from happening.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's 1-1.
That's a nice swing of the bat right there. Hits that ball right on the button out to left field. That'll easily score that runner from third.
Buster Posey steps into the box now, and he does so in what feels like what will be an important moment in this one. Bases loaded, high score.
Yeah, guys, and it's always nice to play with that early lead, so we'll see if he can get it done right here.
First delivery to him on the way. And this is taken outside for ball one.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
And here's just a case of a guy at the plate doing the little things to help his team win. And he gives his guys the lead here following the RBI groundout.
Hunter Pence comes forward looking to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position.
Yeah, and you know one man who'd love for him to come through big time right here is his pitcher. We'll see if he can get it done.
Looking to minimize the damage here. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
Shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
One and one, here it is.
Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
And you know, in this ballpark, you get guys second and third, you've got to take advantage, especially early on. These chances might not come all that often.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Smoke toward third. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. And the catcher has the plate blocked, and he's out at the plate, so only 1 run scores on the play.
Posed.
So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Giants 3 and the Twins 1. Leading off the inning, Adrian Baez, and they'll need him to get something going here. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Takes this the other way to right, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You talk about a guy who really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Settling in now, Aaron Hicks. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch out. Nothing doing. One and 0 pitch on the way. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
It just overmatched him there. It's a 1-2 fastball.
Next
This is
for
right by him.
Minnesota.
Absolutely
Catcher.
no contest.
Steve Alley.
Into the box now, Steve Alley, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
0-1 pitch on its way. Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And let's train our eyes on this stolen base from our high first base camera. You'll see him get a pretty good jump, and he wasn't looking back at all right there, so he gets into scoring position now with 1 out.
Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Line toward the alley in left center. That's in there. Base hit.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Let's check out the sequence of pitches here. 0-1, he gets ahead. Next one misses. Then a swinging strike 2 puts him in the hole. Bites off the 4th pitch foul, gets another chance, and boom, connects on pitch number 5 for a solid base hit.
Stepping in now, Danny Santana. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. High and deep to straightaway right. Hence, going back on it at the track. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And get a step closer. It's a sac fly to make it a 3-2 game now.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Jason Worth stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Runners on the move for second. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Twins get a run on 2 hits. On to the 4th now in game number 1. The Giants lead it 3-2. Casey McGee is
Leading
ready
off for
here
San
as we
Francisco.
begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, Casey McGee.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. chop foul at the plate, strike one. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Arcia is there. One away.
Boy, these are the kind of days where even I want to grab a bat. Everybody in that offense is hitting the ball hard somewhere.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Pennick. He flew out in his last at-bat. Gibson gets the sign. Here's the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. And that's too high, ball two.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hot shot to third. Plouffe has it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
And here's a guy that needed a quick inning after giving up 3 runs the last time around. He's got the first 2 outs here. He's looking a lot more determined out there now.
Juan Rodriguez will stride in. He walked and came around to score his first time. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
That trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside
though.
Right on the corner, 2-2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Brandon Crawford would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 3-2. Leading off the inning, Jason Worth, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
Line towards center field. Jackson is there, and he has it for the first out.
Yeah, this game's unfair sometimes. If this ball's 20 feet to the left or right, he's got a leadoff double or maybe even more. Instead, though, this finds a center fielder's glove for the first out of the inning.
Here's Brian Dozier now. And he lays off there 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
We're in the fourth. 3-2 is our score. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a solo shot here from Brian Dozier. His first homer so far in the series, and the Twins have come back to tie it at 3-3.
This is a classic example of losing your composure after a bad call. Now, he's still teed off about that last pitch, so he doesn't concentrate on his location, and this is going to make him even madder now.
First baseman, number
So here's
7.
Joe Mauer as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. That last home run measured out to 405 feet officially. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
2-0 count. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Aoki is under it. 2 gone.
The batter, left fielder, Oswaldo Arcia.
Oswaldo Arcia stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
2 out, nobody on. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Yep, they went right back to that same pitch on the outside corner, and that's a good job of laying off both times.
Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
This is all about taking what's given to you as a hitter. If they want to keep working you away, fine, let them. You just have to take the approach like this. Drive it to the opposite field. Now they'll think twice about working you out there next time.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 for the Twins on this swing by Brian Dozier. We played 4, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Brandon Crawford heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
First offering on its way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Hit hard to short. Gloved by Santana. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 23, Nori Aoki.
Nori Aoki is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch on its way. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Well, pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Hit out towards second. There is Dozier. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Into the box, Austin Jackson. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Here's the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Line drive to center field. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Angel Pagan steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. Gibson comes set. First pitch on the way. On the ground to the left side. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And just when you thought this inning was about over, back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. You can't let your guard down even for a second against these guys.
Buster Posey stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
2 down, runners at first and second. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. And Mauer will look up and put it away, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Adrian Baez comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Designated hitter, Adrian Baez.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And this will be handled by Pence for the first out.
And right here you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
In now, Aaron Hicks. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
And so far he's been real effective using that inside part of the plate tonight. I don't think that pitch was even in the strike zone, and show track will confirm that for us right now. And I guess he felt like it was close enough that he had to take a rip at it.
Standing in now, Steve Alley. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
Well, he's really starting to hit his stride here in this 5th inning.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You just don't see that, like, ever. Not in that situation, not in that count. That's a big break from an offensive standpoint. Now you've got to find a way to make that hurt somehow.
Danny Santana will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time. Now a snap move over to first. And a dive, but he's back in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Runner on first, 2 away, all tied at 3 apiece. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Runner goes for second. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Jackson is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for Minnesota. 5 innings complete, all tied 3-3. Hunter Pence will stride into the box as he'll get things started for the Giants in their half of the 6th.
Hunter Pence.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Casey.
Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound. And a change will be forthcoming. That'll be it for Kyle Gibson. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first. And the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Tim Stauffer will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning.
Number 22, Tim Stauffer.
Casey McGee will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. And he takes ball 1. Good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. And that's taken up and in for ball 2. Now a throw over, and the runner back safely. Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. Runner aboard at first with nobody out in a 3-3 tie. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Oh, that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Here's Joe Panic as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Three our score with a man on at first and 1 away. Now a throw over to first, and they get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Simple throw over there.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. He's running towards second. This is pulled into right. In there, a base hit. The throw to third. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Well, I'm not sure if this was a planned hit and run or just a straight steal. If it was a hit and run, he got it all backwards here. As a left-handed hitter, he's got to know the opening is going to be to the shortstop side of the bag. Either way, he does manage to get the job done, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining.
Into the box, Juan Rodriguez. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
You certainly love a one-pitch pop-out in that spot. That's like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Brandon Crawford strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
Taken high and deep to right. Worth going back to the track. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. On to the bottom of inning number 6, tied 3 apiece. Jason Worth will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota 6th.
Right fielder, Jason Worth.
Bumgarner has his target. Here's the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both the left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Fielded by Panic. And 1 away.
The second baseman, number 2, Brian Dozier.
Brian Dozier steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
And now this is foul tipped at the plate, and that appeared to catch a lot of the home plate umpire in the process. Hope he's all right down there. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Jackson on the run. And that's the second out of the inning.
Up next
now,
for the
once
Twins,
the sun goes down here, this place plays like a much different ballpark. Case in point right there. That ball had no carry whatsoever.
Joe Mauer will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Two out, nobody on. And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now. And 0 now.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove them.
And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Hit hard towards second, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
It wasn't just that he was getting fastballs there. He was getting hittable fastballs. This catches a ton of the plate, and he turns it around for a solid single.
Oswaldo Arcia will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. 2 out with the man at first. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And Jackson will slide over to make the grab here, and that ends the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1. 6 innings are in the books. Score holds at 3-3. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Nori Aoki will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Maybe even a half heartbeat, considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Austin Jackson digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chopped at the plate. Foul ball, however, strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. One out, nobody on. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Ready on 1-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
This looks like a straight changeup here. 80 miles an hour. Is that a strike? Well, yeah, it sure is. I don't think there's much to complain about right there.
Stepping in now, Angel Pagan. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Frozen for strike three, and that retires the side. Giants down in order. Still tied 3-3. Trevor Plouffe steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the seventh.
Third baseman, Trevor Plouffe.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like you kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he comes back with a pitch that misses here. 1-1 to the Minnesota third baseman. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Bumgarner has his sign. Here's the 1-1. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Adrian Baez will be next. 3-1 pitch is a slider, and he can't pull the trigger. It's 3-2 now.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And here's a slider. Strike three called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Oh, he's definitely had his way with the bottom of the lineup so far. They've got only one hit against him combined, and he sets another man down on strikes right here.
Adrian Baez will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Tap fouled at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Push to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Yeah, he had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2 and tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it. And he winds up making contact on a good pitch there.
Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move here, so that'll do it tonight for Madison Bumgarner. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one.
Your attention, please. Now
new pitcher set to take over now. It's the right-hander Sergio Romo that gets the call.
Sergio Romo.
Aaron Hicks will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guy, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
First pitch coming. Here it is. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
The 1-0 delivery. 2-0.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. Well, he's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And the runner back. Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle. Strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? On to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Twins retired in short order. No change in the score. It's 3-3. Buster Posey will stand in, and it's a bullpen game now. Both starters out as we begin inning number 8.
Yeah, both starters are out, and since we're tied, both starters not going to be involved in the decision.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And he powers the cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
The right fielder, number 8.
He is fired up as he heads down to first base. He is now the go-ahead run, looking to put his team ahead.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Here's a look over to first, but the runner's back easily. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Drilled to the right side. And a reach with the backhand, but he comes up empty as that gets by him. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his third hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Into the box now, Casey McGee. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Oh, he's got a legitimate gripe right there. I don't know about that one.
Fastball called for strike two.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. And that misses for ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
2 straight singles, now walk. He's making it real tough on himself here as he starts the inning by loading the bases.
Michael Tonkin will be summoned into the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases are loaded with nobody out. Jose Ramirez will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Jose Ramirez.
Joe Panic will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And it's quickly 0-2. Bases loaded here, nobody out. Hit down the line at first. Mauer's there. They get the force at the plate. Relay to first is too late, so no double play, but no run scores.
In a tie game, your one thought should be to make sure that you can cut down that go-ahead run at the plate. If you can do a home-to-first double play, great. Well, they didn't get it done here, but at least they kept the game tied, and they get themselves one out closer to getting out of this inning.
Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both the lefty and the right-hander are up to throw. In now, Juan Rodriguez, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different score.
Ready with the 1-1. And a bouncing ball, foul. Bases are loaded here, one man out. Oh, this pitch is lined into left field, and he delivers a big base hit. 1 run scores. Now a good throw comes into the infield, so that'll force the second runner to hold on over at third base.
Nice. He really sat on the fastball there. He squared it up perfectly, drove it into left field. He'll be rewarded with an RBI as he picks up that runner from third base.
So bases are loaded. Nowhere to put him with 1 away. And stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Bounced softly in front of the plate. He'll come home with it, and they're able to get the force at home for a big out number 2.
Well, that's pretty smart, I think, right there. This ball's not hit all that sharply, so I just don't think there's time to go second to first and get the double play that way. So if you can only get 1 out, you've got to come home and get the force out at the plate. So that's a pretty heads-up play.
Nori Aoki will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And we'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Hit hard down the line. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And not in time as the second run scores.
Oh, and a crucial at-bat right there. And that's what they call delivering when the pressure's on, as they play 2 more here and move that lead to 3 now.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now as they'll hand it off to Casey Fiend here.
Casey Fiend.
Austin Jackson stands in. The 8th man to bat in the inning as he'll get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out.
Oh, this has been a very nice inning for them so far, but it still could get better.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Giants 6 and the Twins 3. Hector Sanchez is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 29, Hector Sanchez.
Joaquin Arias will also enter as he takes over at third base. Leading off the inning, Steve Alley, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He's set. Here it comes. In there at the knees. Strike 1. The 0-1. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
And they may have found a location that they like right here. 2 different pitches, both taken on the inside corner. And now they can go just about anywhere they want.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen?
Up next,
He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Into the box now, Danny Santana, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Up next for the Twins, right fielder, Jason Worth.
Jason Worth will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1.
Well, now he's got to be saying, this is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, They went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping the hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time. He winds up losing him.
Brian Dozier will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Well, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Throw over to first, and he's back standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
A runner on first with 2 away. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Joe Mauer will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. A shot there of St. Paul, Minnesota, just down I-94 from where we are as we're set for the 9th inning in this one. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Angel Pagan, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Grounded to the right. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And you know, against a lot of second basemen, this is going to be an infield single. But watch how he fields this thing and then maneuvers his body into a good throwing motion and unloads it quickly to get his man.
Standing in now, Hector Sanchez. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. One out, nobody on. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hard hit ball towards the hole. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, a lot of switch hitters like to use the whole field, and this guy's no different. He just sprays this thing the other way, and he's got himself a 1-out single.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Here's one hit softly down the line in left, but foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Stepping in now, Joaquin Arias. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. 2 out with a man at first. Hit on the ground to short. Santana has it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for San Francisco. They still lead it 6-3. Bobby Parnell is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 39, Bobby Parnell.
Striding in to start the 9th, Oswaldo Arcia, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
And with a 3-run lead here in the 9th, you'd like to make sure that you can take care of that leadoff guy so they don't get anything started right off the bat. So that's a good job to take care of him here for the 1st out.
Trevor Plouffe will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. That evens it up, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2. And they'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. One out, nobody on. Still 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Set to deal on 2-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
In now, Adrian Baez, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Two out, nobody on. And he'll just watch that knuckle curve, 1-1.
These guys would like to at least get someone on base here in this bottom of the ninth. Got to make him sweat a little.
One and one, here it comes. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Rodriguez onto the grass. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Giants are victorious here, 6-3. Good night from Minneapolis.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Giants. 6 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Twins, 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Sergio Romo. Credit the save to Bobby Parnell. The loss goes to Tim Stauffer. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Target Field, 40,000. A reminder that extra light rail trains in the Hiawatha Line and Central Corridor are available at the Target Field station located beyond right field.